don't understand that. So in the entry market now, which we say is competitive, it's sort of split competitive. So let me try to tell you what I mean by that. What I mean by that is anything that's at the lower price range, the 5, 6, 700,000, is definitely working the way you've been used to it. Teaser rates, list it low, it goes over market. I can give you examples. In Livermore the other day, they had a property that was listed for $560,000. They got 300 people through the open house, and they had 42 offers on that property. One in San Francisco, which was basically a terrible location, a tear down, right? You wouldn't even want to live in it. Gets put up on the market for $600,000. You can't find anything in San Francisco for that. Went for almost $1 million. So you're beginning to understand. There's no negotiating in that price range. That is not a negotiation. That's just how much can you beat me up? How many zeros can I put after it? How do I get to be the strongest person at the table? There's nothing to negotiate. You just go in and win. Now, once you get past the 700,000 and you get up to the 8s and 9s and maybe $1 million too, because you've got that range, it changes. And here's what happens. It changes because buyers now are reading and are convinced that prices should be going down, not up, because interest rates are starting to go up. So what they think in their mind is, I shouldn't have to look at a price and pay more. I should be able to see a price and pay less. So what we're seeing happening is this. At the lower tier, they're doing the teaser rate and prices are going up. At that point, at that 700, 800,000, they're coming in, they're putting properties on. They put them on at the teaser rate, people come, they shop, but they're not basically making any offers. So they're taking them off the market, they're putting them back on the market, and they're putting them on the market at 3 to 5% above the market price, because then they come in and they bid a little bit lower. So at the end of the day, whether you get them to where you need them to go by here's low, bid high, or here's higher, bid a little bit lower, but you get them to the point that you need them to be at, that's basically what's happening in the entry market. So I think that that's very different than what we've experienced in the last year. So you have a split entry market. Now, let's talk about when negotiating, because now when you get to the middle tier and the high end, you do have a negotiating market. So let's try to talk about the kinds of things that are important. Let's talk about that middle tier, which is probably $1.5 million to $3 million for you guys up here, and what the seller needs to understand. I think the first concept that the seller needs to understand is we need to talk to them about the appreciation that they've been given in this market. Because if you look at it and you go back and you look at what's happened, they have gained between 30 and 160% in appreciation over the last 5 years. Now they need to understand that's a gift, because we're living in a market where if you go back and you look at the last 20 or 25 years, you're going to see a real estate market that on average has given us about 6 or 7%. So they have been given like 10 years of appreciation all in 1 year.